A little delayed. We're trying to lower the volume on the applause, so tell me how that is, kind people in the chat. Is it a little lower for you? Because when we stream this way, you get the full volume of the applause, and you don't through StreamYards. You don't need to know that. Just know that I listen to you, and a lot of people said that applause is too damn loud. So it's okay. Is that an okay volume? Because I can actually adjust this. They say it's good. I also want to make an announcement to beginning that we're no longer going to use the air horn sound, because I listen to people, and we had a mom send me a nice letter saying her daughter, who is special needs, loves to watch and listen to the show, but the air horn is too much for her, so it's gone. Fuck it, it's gone.
Aww.
It's gone. I don't want her to not listen because of the air horn, so we listen to people here. Welcome to the Nooner, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Chris is fired up.
I'm fired up, man.
You're getting there. You're approaching fired up. I mean, it's early.
I need more coffee.
It is 9:10 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. That is early for YouTubers. Okay, and I know you get up early, Chris, but yeah, I think you're kind of like me. I get up early too, but it takes me a couple hours to get going.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a slow boot up.
Yeah, I'm really
slowly.
My energy does not match theirs in the morning, so I'm like, "Hi guys," and they're like,
no. No. Melissa, X-Ray girl, let's go in the morning. Me, I'm like, give me a couple hours. A couple hours, some Geek Grant coffee, maybe like 4 cups, and I'll go. It's not the years, it's the mileage, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, surviving here in Los Angeles. I am seeing too many movies. I think I'm seeing too many movies.
Did you get a tornado warning yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
But it rained in LA maybe 2 weeks combined in a year. And it rained a lot yesterday and this morning. But the disaster, they could make a disaster movie, an old school Irwin Allen, about how people can't drive in the rain in LA. And if it rains, people don't want to go anywhere.
That is such a real thing in California.
Yeah. They're weather wimps. They're pussies.
They're crazy drivers when it's dry. Like it's the crucible. Like you learn how to drive in California, you can drive anywhere. But when it rains, they get I mean, they kind of turn into the Californians that they turn into when they vote. Retarded.
Right. Yeah, precisely. So it was a fun day yesterday. But I saw Sydney Sweeney's new movie, Christy. I saw it Sunday night. She was in the room.
Ooh.
Did a Q&A.
Oh.
And the movie is very much like Star 80 with Eric Roberts. If you remember that film.
I remember that film.
Similar to that movie. She's really good, and she is a tiny girl in real life.
Like
she is very tiny.
Shorter than Kara?
She's around Kara sized. Fun. She's what I call with Snickers at Halloween, fun sized.
Fun sized. There you go.
Fun sized.
Right sized.
But what like I'll talk about the film later, but just put it on your radar. She's very good and very different. So there you go.
Well, because she's probably cool and
she's normal person.
Yeah,
she's
normal.
not like unaffected by LA and doesn't give a shit. And like the Q&A was awesome. It was just Alan and I went, and it was great. But most everything else I've seen has been not great.
Yeah, you were telling me you've just done this string of movies that sucked. And just in case you don't know, chat, Chris goes to a movie every day, pretty much every day.
During this season, at least one a day, if not more than one. And then I've got
your job.
Yes, I've got screener links too, and try to keep up with the hot
Chris,
garbage.
I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Go.
So forgive me for prying too much. But do you see movies so you can cover them?
Yes.
So when you cover movies and entertainment, you watch the stuff you cover.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Why is that a weird thing? Oh, yes. I know. Yeah. No,
I'm being sarcastic. Dude.
Yeah. But I want to see like everything that's out there. And there are gems, there are little indie film gems that are around, that are really cool little movies like that dog movie, Good Boy, that's out. That one's
I know
really
it's
good.
crazy talk, chat. You actually watch the stuff you cover because knowledge is power. I was taught that at a very early age.
Yeah, I just.
Plus, you want to be informative. You want to be informed,
right?
Right.
So. I want to speak from a place of I've seen that film or TV show. I can speak to it. There are a lot of things I don't have opinions on because I haven't.
Yeah.
I just don't have an opinion. Like their TV shows, Tulsa King, couldn't tell you anything. I've heard it's great from sources that I consider reliable, but I have not seen Tulsa King.
It's better than most of the movies you've been seeing. I can tell you that.
I would tend to agree.
Oh, you know what I saw last night that was quite good. I mean, it's not groundbreaking, but it was just good. I Like Me, the John Candy documentary.
Oh, I heard that's Prime. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard it's really
I really liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
Nice.
But I mean, I don't know how much new information you're gonna get. I got some, but it was just taking you through his life, and you're talking to his kids, and it's it gets a little rough at the end.
Oh,
it's a little rough. But yeah, and they Dan Aykroyd's in it, Bill Murray's in it, Steve Martin's in it. Mel Brooks is in it, dude, and he sounds sharper than anybody they interview.
Wow.
It will blow your mind. Like I'm like, holy shit. Guy's 100 and he sounds like sharp as a tack. God bless Mel Brooks.
Man.
So
what a life he's had.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Also watch the Charlie Sheen one on Netflix. Holy shit, that one is good.
Is it?
It's one of my favorite things this year. It's one of my favorite things this year. Yes.
Okay.
I love a good redemption story. I do.
Yeah.
And he tells it fucking all like most everything. There's literally a point in it where like, is there some stuff that's off limits? And he basically goes, "Yep." So,
wow.
Well, I didn't tell everybody everything in the book. So, I mean, it would have been too long.
You got to keep some stuff to yourself.
Well, there's a couple things I have to keep to myself.
Yeah,
I have to. That would affect it. I mean, it's no heat on me. It would affect other people. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm not
understood.
I'm not here to do that. So, hello, X-Ray Girl.
X-Ray Girl. She's frozen.
She's frozen.
Wait, she actually is frozen.
People.
I'm speaking.
I thought she was just sitting there.
X-Ray Girl, stop being so racist.
People.
X-Ray Girl. X-Ray Girl.
People.
X-Ray Girl.
People.
God damn it.
You know what would be a good title for a magazine?
People.
What is she?
She's just. At least it's just white people. She's not throwing out other slurs. When she gets a couple drinks in her, there she's gone.
Oh my God. She's got to come back to balance us out. We were talking about how beige the room she's in.
It is beige.
I've always thought a good title for a magazine about white people would be Beige
Dude,
World.
Okay. Would you ever have a room like that in your house?
No.
Never.
Too sterile.
I feel weird in those. I feel like, I don't know. Like, I know I don't even understand why it's the thing. And I'm obviously white, and I've never, for one, I don't wear white, and it's not because I don't like it. I'm kind of like, I get dirty. I do shit and I get dirty all the time. So I don't wear white shoes. I don't wear white shirts, nothing white. But yeah, a room like that actually bothers me. It bothers me. I can't sleep in rooms like that. It's weird. It's weird. No, I like dark colors and things around.
You're back. What happened?
I'm sorry. I think the internet blipped out for a moment. I apologize.
Oh, that's weird.
But I heard Gary saying how much he hates the color.
I hate everything about that room. I do. I do.
Oopsies.
It's okay. Some people like it. It's just not for me at all. At all. Okay. What we're going to talk about today, guys. We've got some articles to go over, including Hollywood. We get one of these every couple weeks now, Chris. Oh shit, we have no work. What happened? Oopsie doopsie strikes. So we got one of those. We're going to talk about the Tron franchise is done. It is over. It is over. It is this is probably the last Tron movie. And as I put up a tweet today, I put up Jared Leto like de-resing, and I said, these are the totally authentic Tron Ares fans on X. In about 48 hours, they'll be completely gone. Believe me, my feed is unbelievable with this scene cooked. That opening was the best thing ever with like 100,000, 1 million impressions. And I'm like, oh, wow, if that many people actually went to the fucking movie, it would have made money. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. But there's that. I think you wanted to talk a little bit about James Gunn and the Superman, which we will. God, what was the other subject? It's One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another, yeah.
And we got a couple things on One Battle After Another, including it's going to flop 2, and what the writer for American Psycho said, which I thought was, it's basically what Alan said. It's what Christian Toto said. It's what I said. It's what you said. But I'm glad somebody else said that. But first, I need to show something off because I am not taking part in the J.K. Rowling boycott. Just want to make it clear. I've already pre-ordered the Audible, full cast Audible, which is going to be out November 4th. And these things, I thought these things were done, but they got a new artist. I don't know why the artist left. Maybe because she hates fucking J.K. Rowling. Goblet of Fire, illustrated pop-up book. Just got it in today. This thing is
whoa,
freaking awesome.
Wow.
And I thought they were done making these things, so I'm stoked. It's brilliant, and I will not take it out of the plastic. So, yeah, not taking part in the J.K. Rowling boycott, guys. Sorry.
Is that boycott effective?
No.
One, she's on bookstore shelves everywhere. Beloved, it is a fringe group, a minority, a fraction of people who are psychotic, who like they're they get likes and they get views because we're laughing at you. You look stupid.
So it's like, you're right. So it's like Acolyte fans and Tron fans. Like, they exist. When we say everyone, we don't mean, for the Tylenol Americans out there, we don't mean literally everyone. Okay, we just mean the majority. And there is a very passionate group of fans who hate her. There are some who have boycotted, but I think most, just anecdotally, I think most are the ones who refer to her as the author, and they just scratch her name out on the books, and they're still totally into it. Absolutely, still totally into it.
Yeah.
And no, it's not effective, Chris. Her sales, they really tried to push a narrative that her sales had gone down because of the boycott. But the thing is, it's just diminishing returns. She hadn't, the book had been out for 20 years, 30 years. And, the sales dip from year to year, but they've actually gone up again. That's why they reprint shit. That's why they make illustrated versions. She should do a graphic novel, but she refuses to. She says no. That's why we're doing full audio adventure now. And she doesn't need any of this money, but, she's probably more into this now because she's been so attacked. She's going to go, fuck you. I'll show you how well you're. And if it's that, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. If it's her like, oh, you want to boycott something? Boycott this. Boycott this. Amusement parks in, by the way, Los Angeles. There's a tiny version of the Wizarding World at Universal LA. There's two huge ones in Florida, and there's going to be so much more shit. So Nah, it's not. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and I can't wait for the Starfleet Academy world.
All right, so you saw that trailer. Okay, well, this is a
Oh my God,
we can
it's
plug this. So I guess we're talking about flops and dead franchises. So, I mean, R.I.P. Star Wars, R.I.P. Doctor Who. We could say R.I.P. Tron now. R.I.P. Marvel is coming, I think, and R.I.P. DCU might be here. We'll get to that in a second. But R.I.P. Star Trek is for sure. Like, it is with Doctor Who now. It is so close. The franchise that has been destroyed the most is still Doctor Who, and it's not even close. There's a debate about Star Wars and Star Trek. Like, what's number 2? I think Star Wars still has the lead on that one, Chris, but you are going to be putting Star Trek on trial soon.
Well, no, we're doing a Star Trek. We're actually skipping the trial because we know the result. We're literally going to a funeral. We're doing
why don't you go to the sentencing?
December.
Why don't you just go to sentencing? Guilty.
We should just go to sentencing. Yeah. No, it's we had a really good time. We did a 7+ hour stream, which is like a normal FNT for you, or a nooner when you're by yourself. But we're just doing a funeral, an all-day thing. We haven't picked a day, but it'll be
so everybody gets to say everybody gets a
eulogy.
You googly. Yeah. Everybody gets a you googly.
Here it is. We even did a logo, which we might do a T-shirt.
You googly, if you know, chat. Okay, if you know,
the final frontier, a funeral for a franchise. It is Star Trek. That trailer, I think Steph from My Nerdy Home had the best analysis. He said it's a CW show for girls. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it is for girls.
It is for
not women.
It is for theater kids and girls.
Yes.
Oh, theater kids are girls, men or women. Theater kids are little girls mentally. So yeah.
It's so cringe. It's so divorced from anything that was Star Trek. It's pathetic.
That one shot of all of them sitting down and pointing, like it looks like a fucking commercial. That's the worst. I mean, of all the stupid shit in there, to me, that is the worst shot in all of Star Trek.
And that lame ass. It's terrible. The Tig Notaro line, be open to the people around you. Everything's about your feelings.
Yeah.
It's such a girl show.
Could you imagine Arlie Army going, son, be open to the things around you, boy?
Yeah, I mean, look, there are various incarnations of Star Trek where some are more military than others. Nicholas Meyer sort of leaned into kind of being a bit more military or whatever, but discipline was a part of it. There is all masculinity has been siphoned away from what Star Trek is into its whatever this thing is now. It's a girl's show. It's pathetic.
It's been siphoned out with a turkey baster.
Yeah.
It's been aborted. Yeah. Masculinity has been aborted from Star Trek.
Yeah. So I'd love to see masculinity in a science fiction franchise or even a superhero series. Pathetic John Cena in Peacemaker season 2, whining and crying his ass off the whole show.
Did he have his costume on in the last 3 episodes at all?
I don't remember.
I don't think I don't even want to go back and check. I don't care.
I don't care.
Would you make an argument, Chris, or would you agree with my argument, or maybe not, that Hollywood lacks masculinity now? It's just devoid. There's still masculinity is now niche. They've put it into like a little niche thing, and that's it.
Well, I get messages from people at all levels in Hollywood. Had some really interesting conversations, but it's a weird thing where the sort of like Karens that are in HR have a lot of influence. They have sway. And then there's also like other types of people in positions that work in casting.
Yeah.
Casting, mostly a certain type of person works there, or hair, makeup. They've just like permeated
The same
everything
kind of
to the
person
point
that
where-
works in hair and makeup.
Yes, I would just say that. Not to go into too much depth, but I don't know, man. It's just like it has an effect. The little choices made along the way have an effect. So this is where we are, where it's like almost
Yeah.
nothing that's of a larger scale, because there's too many cooks. It's just, I don't know when we'll get back to things that it's going to have to be made from the outside. I think AI is going to accelerate the death of Hollywood. And what I think it'll do is it'll even the playing field, where an indie filmmaker using AI in a smart way will be able to make something that can compete with Hollywood.
The guy, what's his name? Who's the director from Eddington?
Ari Aster.
Yeah, he's already talked about it. Like he was very nonchalant, and respect to him for like possibly stepping on a landmine, but he's all, yeah, we're going to start using AI in indie film. Sure. I mean, that's basically what he said. And I also talked to an executive at a streamer I know, a creative executive at a streamer I know, and he already told me that big names are currently working on full-on AI movies right now outside of the studio. So it's an indie film. That's happening. Like it's all like in a couple years it'll be a thing. It'll be just
and then you have so many other independents that are creating their own studios. Zachary Levi,
Zach
doing his own studio. Eli Roth doing a studio. Like they're just starting their own studios to make. All you need.
Robert Rodriguez did it years ago.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can do something at a reasonable budget. All you need is one breakout, one $10 million movie to make $100 million, and you've got, The
Conjuring.
Really got,
Mahler told me that budget yesterday. I did not know it was like the first one was $6 million.
It's the most successful horror franchise of all time. Like combined north of $1 billion, all those movies.
Not even close.
They're all a connected universe. And you know what? They're very average horror films. They're kind of forgettable. They're okay.
I watch them. I mean, when they cut, like I never go see them in the theater, Chris. I watch them at home, but I watch every one of them at home. I do. They're
okay.
They're comfort food. Yeah, they're okay. They're okay.
But I like the last one. I think it was like the best one of that one, not the Annabelle or others. It's all right.
I'll see it when it comes on streaming.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's the best way. It'll be on Max.
So with that coming along with AI, which they can. That's what I was going to tell you. The Writers Guild and Film Actors Guild contracts are up in a year, dude. So they only signed like a 3-year deal. Did you hear about that?
No, but I'm hearing this for the first time. Not surprised.
I kind of perused across it. I might be wrong on that one. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But like the whole strike thing and AI thing is going to come up again. It's coming up again in some negotiation. I know that for a fact, and that's next year. Yeah, which is insane. Let's start out with X-Ray Girl. Let's start out with the Hollywood one. Oh, you're like, which Hollywood one? The one I tweeted about last night. The one where its production levels are below 2023 levels. I don't know if you saw this last night, Chris, but it popped up last night.
No, it's a news story because I just saw like 42,000 jobs have been lost.
Yes. Yeah. So it's on the heels of that. Yeah.
It's like scary, full on collapse.
Yeah. So we're getting these. I'm going to say there's some people in the sphere. I'm not doing hashtag Nerdrotic is right because it was a lot of people. Christian Toto, Chris Gore, yours truly, as Mahler, Clownfish TV, anybody who was even kind of covering the strike said, you are walking into a trap. You are walking into a trap. Hollywood needs to contract. To set this up, investment money came in because of streaming, Chris, as you know. Hollywood had been setting up streaming for a long time. As a matter of fact, I remember when I was working at Technicolor and they were talking about it then. That was 2009. So I remember going to a big meeting and they were talking about set-top boxes, and that's the future because, your PlayStation had Netflix or Hulu on it or whatever, or was going to, and they're like, everything's going to be on this. And then eventually you won't need this. It'll be so that was early days of streaming. I know for a fact that Disney Plus had been worked on for a minimum of 6 years prior to it coming out in 2020, because the old co-host of the show, if you've been around since the very beginning, John Reed, used to work at Netflix, and they poached him to work on Disney Plus. So he was building the streaming service in 2014. So they put a lot of money, but there was a lot of investor money, as you know, lots of outside money. It wasn't making any money. As a matter of fact, God, this was years ago. It might've cost more. I think the number was 15 billion they put into streaming, Disney alone. So they do all this. They have they have the rollout, and wow, it's at the perfect time, Chris, during COVID when everybody's trapped at home. It was the most amazing coincidences of all time. It has to be top 3 amazing coincidences in the history of the earth. We're all going to launch our streaming services when everybody's trapped at home. Lucky us. It's almost like they were tipped off. That's what I'm saying. So they release it, and wow, it does gangbusters at first. And they decided in their infinite wisdom, and this is the problem with a lot of corporations and a lot of stock market in America, we assume these people make a lot of money and they're smart, and they're not. And what they decided to do was this, like that peak that they obviously were in when everybody was home. They're like, it's going to be like this all the time. Now, to some people's credit, to some stockbrokers' credit, they're like, no, it's not. It's not going to be like this all the time. I'd be cautious. And it fell apart really fucking quick. Really quick. So that happens, and AI comes along. That's a bubble that's going to burst. And they go on strike. They go on strike for more money. And they almost should have gone on strike they should have gone on strike in 2019. They couldn't because the contract wasn't up, but that would have been a good year for them to go on strike. Things were going pretty good. 2023, horrible year to go on strike. You had just shut down your industry. You come back. You're not back yet. As a matter of fact, they're still not back. But the reason they're not back is not because of COVID. It's because of the strike. And that's why we have this. Los Angeles film and TV production levels hit new lows. The next 6 months will be an early test to measure the success of the expansion to California's tax incentive program. One thing I forgot to mention that the Access Media always forgets to mention, but we always do here, is there's the added problem, Chris, of all that greed and stupidity, pissing off half the country. When you piss off half the country consistently for years, and it's 9, it's going on 10, when it's just this hyperbolic fucking TDS stuff. When you tell people to fuck off, Chris, they tend to fuck off. They just do. They're okay. Production in Los Angeles has reached another all-time low. A new nadir that will either be a diving board to continuing deep-rooted erosion, or an inflection point in the recovery of the region's film industry. That is a really pie in the sky. Hey, it could either be the apocalypse or a new day. God,
I vote for the apocalypse.
It's the show me a path for a new day for Hollywood. We're talking about the industry of Hollywood, based in Los Angeles, based in California. Show me a fucking path to its new day. The 3-month period from July to September saw losses in every category of production except for a slight uptick in feature film shooting. That's because of the incentives.
Feature film shooting.
Feature film.
Feature film.
Sorry, feature film. Thank you.
It's all good.
Compared to the same period last year, which saw the then lowest levels of filming, according to a report from Film LA, the nonprofit group that handles film permits for the city's county. And by the way, Film LA, a little corrupt, by the way, issued on Tuesday. Shooting in LA decreased by more than 13% to 4,381 shoot days over that span. Production in the region has been slipping since the record highs of 2021. Since then, the dual writers and actors strikes hastened the exodus of films and TV shows out of LA. It wasn't any one thing. I'm going to roll back on that. It wasn't any one thing, but a combination of higher labor costs, over subscription to tax credit problems, and the allure of bountiful subsidies to shoot elsewhere. Amid the steep drop-off in production, California earlier this year expanded the program that gives subsidies to productions that shoot in the state. Let's keep in mind, Chris, these subsidies are tax credits, which is we're going to give you back some of the money we stole from you because taxation is theft. Keep in mind, Chris, California could have changed this anytime they wanted to.
Yeah.
Mayor Bass could have changed it. Gavin Newsom could have changed it. They're all from the same fucking party. They're all lockstep, and they could have made California the easiest place to shoot overnight. And they've had decades to do it. And what did they do, Chris? They took Hollywood for granted because why not? They're going to automatically vote for them anyway. They're remember when Bob Iger, remember when he called out Gavin Newsom for because he wanted to open up Disneyland and they were about to reopen, and then Bob Iger called him out. Well, what the fuck's he gonna do? He's like, okay, Bob, I'm gonna still keep it closed because you and your ilk will vote for me anyway. And Bob Iger goes, yeah, you're right, because we wouldn't want those evil Republicans who might, I don't know, fucking open my Disneyland. LA shoot days, not a great trend line. The 118-day actor strike and 140-day writer's strike dented the filming in 2023, but overall shoot days kept declining as studios pulled back on spending. Why would they do that? Why would they pull back on spending? Oh, because they were going to do it anyway, and you fucking idiots in the unions walked into the producer's trap where they could, now you gave us the excuse to like shut down. And they, you know what they started doing? Force majeure. Force majeure was a term we all learned because they just started canceling everything left and right. And they're like, we'll give you what you want, but fewer of you are actually going to get the deal. So we make out anyway. House always wins, guys. Film LA is staying optimistic. That production in LA will bounce back. Okay. We know that it will take a little while for new incentive backed projects. I want you to go. I'm going to read this paragraph. This is actually the wrong article. We should have used the Variety article that I tweeted about because they have a graph. But let me finish this paragraph, but it's okay. Essentially, it's the same fucking company owns it, and it's the same thing. We know that it will take a little while for new incentive-backed projects to get underway, be reflected in our data, so we are not surprised to see on-location production continue to slip this summer despite the state's increased investment, says VP Phil Sokolowski, whatever. Now, pull up the Variety article real quick because there's a couple things I want to bring up. They put specifically in their headline in a graph. I like visual aids.
I do too. You can see the trend lines are not good. And when they start using AI, that whole conversation with somebody about AI who's deep into it,
keep it on the
whole studios will be built on it.
Yes.
And as I predicted,
yep,
children's programming will be first.
Yes, 100%.
Will be done that'll be dipping the toe because no one will notice.
Nobody
will care.
Well, why do you think they try to put so much trans shit in children's programming? Because nobody notices until Libs of TikTok 5 years later. Well, oh wait, we noticed.
Yeah.
That one,
Like,
okay. I try not to hold resentments. I really do. A resentment is like taking poison and expecting somebody else to get sick. That's what it is. It's a resentment. It's not good. But when I saw Libs of TikTok, and it's good that I'm not saying it's bad, that they went out there and Elon signal boost all the shit from 3 years ago that we were talking about 3 years ago.
Right, exactly.
And when we were talking about it, they're like, you fucking nerds in your basement wasting your time. You know what they said? There's real stuff in the world going on. You guys are wasting your time in your video games. And it's like, fuck off. And all of a sudden now they notice, oh, wow, maybe we should pay attention to this stuff. Maybe pop culture is kind of important. Yes, it is, dipshits. We've been trying to tell you for 5 fucking years. That's why we're in this mess. So, yes, they deserve to get chewed out for that. So, LA production activity, Chris, falls below 2023 strikes, led by a sharp drop in reality TV. So I wanted to bring that one up because reality TV was a nice little crutch for Hollywood production for a lot of things. It really breathed new life into Hollywood. You remember, Chris, like this was even before the strike, before it was considered writing, but man, reality TV was an endless opportunity to have really low budget shows that make a lot of money. That they make a shit ton of money because they're such low production. You know what's killing those, Chris? YouTube, TikTok, they're done. Reality TV's done. And why would you go there when you could just go to YouTube? You get the same thing.
Well, there's even stuff that you probably, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, verticals. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
I hate it. I
hate
think it's
it.
Stupid.
Yep.
I don't take photos that way. It annoys me, but the verticals are like these soap operas and the budgets are like around 300 grand for some, they're like cheap things. So they now have a contract so they can, suck money out of verticals, which are these little movies that you watch on your phone. I think it's awful.
It's awful. And yeah, we're going to, tell me, it's probably been done already. Some asshole's going to make a vertical theater. I'm going to be so pissed when that happens. It's going to go out of business in a day, but some asshole's going to try it. All right. So the decline of location shoots has led to a sharp drop in reality TV production. So, by the way, just to reiterate, the amount of productions in LA are below. They were below the number they were at while Hollywood was on strike. Not before, after, while they were on strike. They were still seeking locations and stuff, and there was still stuff going on. And it's below that. So it's below when things were practically shut down. It's nuts. It's nuts. So go down to that graph. Right there. That just tells a picture. Let's get the text above. There we go. Thank you. LA production woes continue. Production volume fell to its lowest level since the pandemic of the third quarter 2025 location shoot days in the LA area, and it's down to 3,000, below 3,000. So things aren't looking good. What's the word on the street, Chris?
It's not going to get better. And AI is like, I talked to someone who's like prominent in the AI space to see what, where this is going. It's just going to get more and more use of AI. It'll be for things like second unit, face replacement, blowing a special effects. It's going to put it really bugs me because if you look at, just take a step back, look at everything big tech. They walk into every industry and they say, this is a great business you have going. We're going to take 30% and we're going to pay everyone less. We'll run your business more efficiently, but you're going to make less money. We're just going to find a way to upend your business. It happened to taxis with Uber. It happened to hotels with Airbnb. So who's struggling? People, it's just people making less money and big tech taking a big chunk. And AI is this asteroid coming to destroy the economy that no one is paying attention to. Well, there'll be a small number of people that will be billionaires, and there'll be a lot of people out of work or making barely any money. So the T2 War of the Machines that we talked about is going to be very unsexy. It's going to be on an economic level,
yes,
not a fighting robots level. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Our economy has spent so much time protecting the petrodollar, which we need. You can't get rid of it. If you got rid of it now, everything would fall apart completely.
Right.
But they got a blind spot to this.
But I do believe there'll be some indies that if they get ahead of the curve, will be able to be competitive with Hollywood. What it may end up doing in the long run is even the playing field from independent creators and Hollywood. Because if you look, a running theme of a lot, your show and a lot of YouTube channels is Hollywood can't shepherd IP.
No.
That appeals to the fans. They're only good at destroying it, milking it to death, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, whatever. They're milked to death. And people want stuff that's new, right? And, with the help of AI, I mean this on an effects level. And I also,
Zoom,
in this conversation, so you remember the volume?
Yes.
How popular the volume is.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to my buddy Jim Agnew, who's like, you can get a volume stage for 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh,
the
bottom fell out.
The bottom fell out. No one wants to use it now. It was a big trend, and now people are like, we can use AI. They're just giving it away or offering it for half off because volume stages are going to be gone. That bubble burst. That bubble came up. Hey, everyone's using it. Then we got to hate use it because you could spot it.
You could absolutely spot it.
Is that the volume? And now
Quantumania might be the worst. Ahsoka and Quantumania might be the worst.
Yeah. Now it's that thing is going to go away. There'll be nothing made the volume.
So much money on that, dude.
They spend so much money, and all those stages are going to close.
And all the people who work there gone. And this is why it was telling when thanks to Robert, I got to talk to one of the negotiators who had worked briefly. I think he worked on the Orville, but he was one of the negotiators for the Writers Guild. And I was behaved. Okay.
I watched that.
I really just wanted to get answers, right? And the two questions the one question I had is, and he gave me an answer on it. It's like, who gets to see streaming numbers? Who gets to see real streaming numbers? And it's very few people, but one of those few people is the heads of the union, supposedly, but nobody else. He also said something very interesting when Robert asked him a good question. It's like, well, what about AI? He's like, well, we don't want to get rid of AI. We want to have control over it. That's paraphrasing what he said. So it was a fight for control over AI. It wasn't a fight against it. Like they know they couldn't stop it. So here it is. It will be talked about. I know Justine Bateman's talking about the AI bubble, which I think is interesting.
She's right.
Yeah. I think that's like all the investment going in it, and it might not, it very well might not have the return everybody was expecting on it. It certainly helps it as far as entertainment is concerned. It's already affected Professor Gary Nolan up at Stanford. If you're into UFOs and stuff like that, you'll know the guy. He's been on Joe Rogan a couple times. He's a cancer researcher, but he also does like a lot of stuff with UAPs. He said his research staff was 31 at 31, Chris. Thanks to AI, he's got it down to 6. So his staff is now 6 people because of AI instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly. So 3/4 of your staff gone, just like that.
I do think with anything big tech, it always comes in with these like, oh, it'll change everything. Remember when phones were free? You'd sign up for like a 3-year contract, like, and you get a free phone. Then
Nokia.
Then it became buy one phone, get a second phone free. Now it's phones are $1,000.
Phones are a PC.
now like Uber. I remember taking an Uber ride for $4.
Yep.
It was so cheap. Now a trip to the airport from Pasadena to LAX is $130.
Oh, you might as well drive and park yourself at that point. If you're just leaving.
Right. I mean, it's so what I mean is big tech starts with these.
They get you in. Yeah.
It's free. And then it's not. And then it becomes.
That's an old adage. First one's free, kid.
Well, they integrate it into your life. You're like, well, I can't ever not use this. This is so great. And then it becomes unaffordable. And that's where I used to take Ubers all the time. Now I don't. I just don't take it. Very rare.
Yeah.
A couple times a year, maybe. But it's not cheap like it used to be.
No.
But everything with big tech is this.
Bro.
So now AI is mostly free, right? You can use it. It's free. It's going to then become pricey as everyone kind of sees, oh, it can do this. Then this happens with everything in big tech. So I'm not 100% against AI. I know Justine Bateman is. I'm like, it can be used responsibly. However, I've seen retarded things where people fact checked AI and you're like, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. So what I think is if people couldn't be made any stupider, like I watched Idiocracy recently and I'm like, that movie was so ahead of its time. I remember when it came out and it bombed.
It did.
It bombed.
Mike Judge is legit genius. He's a comedy, and like he's practically. I mean, he's kind of a Nostradamus.
Yeah.
But I say this a lot, and it's because I mean it. So the word that is happening to Hollywood is an old adage from Silicon Valley. Disruption.
Yeah.
They have a conference called Disrupt. That's what the conference is called. And it's like, what thing can we disrupt next with technology? So, and that's old. That's an old conference. So I will, there's a couple of good movies that really kind of show you how modern tech corporate America works. One of them is by a writer who I freaking loathe. I mean, as as far as politics is concerned, but The Social Network is pretty good. Right. It's pretty good when it shows you the sets up. But what's better? Season 1 of Silicon Valley. It's still applicable today as far as politics, corporate politics, what happens when somebody has a good idea, how Silicon Valley deals with it. And honestly, that's how all of corporate America works.
We're seeing play out now live, like in our lifetime. I feel like I've lived enough life where you notice trends, you see things. One of the recurring themes in science fiction is just because we can do this, should we do this?
Mm-hmm.
It's like all the Twilight Zone episodes were warnings about things that, should we do this? Is this really a thing we should do? I mean, should we bring back dinosaurs? I don't know. Should we? I mean, so we're seeing it now. Just because we can do these things, should we? Will it disrupt things in a way that it's going to create billionaires and trillionaires, and then it'll be the widest wage gap, which is like class disparity. It'll be like the world of Soylent Green, right?
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that struck me about that is that, wow, everyone's either really rich or really poor. Yeah. Or the world of rollerball.
Well, that's
when they go to that thing to go to the library and there are no books and they try to look it's
Chris, that's most of the world outside of Western civilization is either really rich or really poor.
Yeah.
It just is. We'll see that in Egypt pretty soon. About a month. So yeah, Hollywood disrupted. It's not interrupted, it's disrupted, and it can't go back. And I talked about it yesterday. I think as an industry, it's a 20th century model. And as we've seen throughout the 21st century, the models of the 20th century have been slowly dying out. Mm-hmm. And there will be a time, there'll always be scripted something and as far as entertainment, but as far as it being the driver, the peak, Hollywood and a Hollywood movie was the peak of creativity. It melds music, visuals, everything. And that's where the most talented people wanted to go. You wanted to be an actor and stuff. Before that, it was music, but now for a long time it was Hollywood. And now that's not the case. That is just, so they're not even getting the most talented people now. Like they don't.
It's just also sad to see that every week at the box office, there's an older film, sometimes more than one, in the top 10 of the diminishing returns of Hollywood making less money at movie theaters. And it's sad to me. I mean, look what's happened. Put movies aside for a minute. Look what's happened to music.
Yeah. Well, same thing.
I have Spotify. I used to buy albums. I was selective. Remember 99 cents a song? I would buy songs. I had a whole library. I probably spent thousands on songs for my iPod.
Remember Columbia House?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
No, when I was a kid, I was in the Columbia House record tape club. I loved it, actually. But music industry has got, it's sad to me. Like, where's the incentive? And that's what I feel with AI and creativity. It will dissuade people from wanting to be creative. When you can say, hey, draw me like a David Cornsweat Superman in the style of Jack Kirby. And it can just do that.
Oh, dude, well,
it's sad.
Napster.
Yeah, Napster. I know.
Napster ended music. So like Metallica and Lars weren't wrong. They were considered huge dicks at the time, and I thought they were too. And I used the shit out of Napster. Okay, so I'm not going to say I didn't download 10,000 things.
I did. I was guilty.
Napster and LimeWire all fucking day long. But it did. Once something becomes digitized, Chris, we've talked about this before, but there might be some new people here. It loses its value. It stops being special. It becomes disposable. Before, when you bought an album, it was a CD jewel case or a cassette, or even better, an album, with beautiful art, and there's booklets, and time was taken. So it felt like you were not just taking home some music to listen to, a piece of that band, right? And physical media was the same with movie. I'm taking home a piece of this movie. I want to own this movie. I love it so much that I'm taking home a piece of it. It's going into my archives, my personal archives, and it was special. Same with comic books, same with books. Now, what's funny and interesting is while they haven't survived, they haven't been books and publishing haven't been killed by the Kindle. They've been killed by women in publishing, but they're still thriving. Barnes and Noble is expanding their stores. How many retail chains are expanding at all in America? So they added 30 stores this year. But it's diluted the music. There's still good music out there, but it's not as centralized. And it's because it was a 20th century model. People listened to the radio, bought an album, went to their record store. And then once you can do it, and it was a shared experience. You went to a concert. There was, to sound really old, you would invite your friends over to listen to music.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh my God. And not to disrupt our conversation, but I was thinking about the morons in Portland that go around naked or dressing in dumb costumes to protest. I remember in the 80s and 90s, one thing we used to do all the time was have barbecues. We get together, listen to music. There'd be any excuse for a barbecue. It's so-and-so's birthday. Like, I don't care about your birthday, but fine. Let's have a barbecue. What do we just bring potato salad and beer. It's like, all right, I'll bring beer. Now, we need buns. Okay, fine. And gatherings would be social gatherings at in your friend circle at someone's place, whatever.
And your barbecue was like a hibachi. It wasn't even a full-on barbecue.
Nothing. It was whatever. It was an excuse to get together, socialize, do something. I feel like people. Did you hear that Starbucks is closing 400 stores?
Not surprised at all.
So I just think that people have less money and they don't have anything to do.
Well, they might have less money because their phones cost $1,000. We did not have to deal with that. So
right. We didn't have these dumb things that you had to have, like internet and whatever. But all I'm saying is, I think the reason these protests just don't go away, is because those people, that is their life. That is their going to a barbecue on weekends.
Yeah, they lack. They're searching for meaning in their lives, and they're not doing what normal people did, which is get high, go to a fucking concert, get into a fight, whatever. Now they're like, I'm going to protest the man, and they LARP, and for a long time they got away with it, Chris. But now that ICE is punching back, it's but they. More importantly, Chris, I'm not going to lay it all on. These are kids that lack meaning, total meaning and drive in their life, and you can blame their parents. But it's also very coordinated and paid for by entities within our government and corporations, including companies within Hollywood, who are helping to fund Antifa as an organization, because this shit just doesn't happen on the fly. And I can prove that because none of it was happening the last 4 years until Trump got back in office. Fucking nothing. Right. And that's impossible. So Antifa, the organization that said Democrats get the bullet too, just thought Biden was cool on everything. Really. I find that very fucking hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that they didn't protest him on Palestine, right? Because a lot of stuff that I know more than I let on. A lot of the stuff behind the Palestinian protest is Marxist-based. So absolutely they would have protested Biden over Palestine. Some did, but not to these levels. So not even close. So it is taking kids who are lost without meaning. I don't want to absolve them of responsibility too. These are all deliberate decisions that you do not need to make. And it's usually due to a deep-seated insecurity, and again, lack of meaning, lack of direction, lack of parenting, whatever. And they take advantage of that. There's a lot of ignorant people in government, a lot of low information people in life, and they are the tools of the very evil and smart. And these are very coordinated. Antifa is an organization, has been for many, many years, taken many different names through over time, and these are planned and these are paid for.
Well, I hate to push back, but Jimmy Kimmel told me it doesn't exist.
Okay, I sit corrected. But you're right. And they're not dumb about it. When they started wearing the inflatable costumes and stuff, that's taking a page from the Canadian truckers protest. And as long as they're not violent and they try to be fun, it's really harder to fight that. I mean, you got to look at it objectively, right? But they're baiting. So they're using these kids, they being the powerful organizations. By the way, these organizations that pay for Antifa would be the organizations Antifa hates. This is how they get, again, they're fucking stupid. So they're trying to bait the ICE people to do something violent. That's all they need is one mistake, Chris. One fucking mistake, and it will be on. And it will be paid for. And all of a sudden, you'll see bricks delivered to the corner of each American city just magically, because this isn't an organization.
Yeah, they're waiting for their Antifa Floyd.
Yep.
Yeah, Antifa Floyd. I keep looking. X-Ray Girl, you've been freezing, but I can't even tell when you're frozen.
Because I sit so still?
You sit so still. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, she's on delay too.
No, it's all good.
I'll be back.
No, don't. It's fine.
Stay with the delay?
Now it's good. Now you're good.
You're good.
Now.
You're good.
You're good.
Oh,
Now.
okay.
You're good. But you've been freezing every once in a while.
It's
or
okay.
maybe you're not. Maybe you're.
Did I get my gun rights back? Not yet, but that will be on the slate for next year, and it looks like it's something that is possible, like very possible, very possible. In the meantime, my wife has an excellent gun collection. Excellent.
Your wife does, sure.
She does.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, it's going around the news today, Chris. Real quick, we won't stay on this long because we've talked enough about just a really fucking bad movie. Tron Ares is just a bad movie. It's a bad movie. I love Tron too. I love the idea of Tron. I love the looks of. I love the light cycles. I love Tron Legacy. They're 7 out of 10 films though. Right. It's the idea of them that people like. Now the rumor is going around that it's done. Like they're just not going to try anymore. Now, could they in 15, 20 years? Sure. But it's done. It disappointed because it wasn't a good movie. And let me know if you agree with this or not, Chris. Even if it was good, I don't think it would have done that well.
I agree. It's a more obscure franchise, like kind of like Krull. I'd love to see a sequel to Krull, but that's a very obscure, and I always thought Tron was kind of like, it's a niche franchise.
Absolutely.
I mean, beloved, but niche. I think if you make it, this is where AI, like you could use AI to make a Tron movie and make it for not a lot of money. You could do that maybe in 5 years, but it was I mean, as much as Tron Legacy has actually aged well, I still can't get beyond the uncanny valley of Jeff Bridges, like digital.
No, that's something they could go back at, like when they're remastering the 4K, you can fix that easily.
Yeah, they could.
But they won't, because they're not going to put any more money into this now, because they decided to go the really fucking lazy, lame route of making an inversion of Legacy with diverse woman and removing the Flynn family legacy, which is what this fucking franchise was about. That's what hooked you in. Soundtrack, whatever, don't care. It's not as good as Daft Punk's, like not even close. And I listen to them both. I've actually been listening to a lot of the Daft Punk soundtrack lately. It's very good. But yeah, this article says it may be the end of Jared Leto leading franchises. I will agree with that 100%. I don't think he ever could. But there's also all the screen crushes and whatever on fucking Twitter are. It's also been said that they're ending the franchise. That it is done. And its numbers they didn't come in today, but they're not good. They are just not good. It's going to lose a lot of money. You know what else is going to lose money, Chris?
What?
One battle after another. The greatest film of the 21st century, Chris, according to many corporate critics in Hollywood, except for Alan Ng, Christian Toto, and you. But you're not corporate. Neither is Christian or Alan. But accepted critics who Alan Ng's on Rotten Tomatoes. Did his review made it on Rotten Tomatoes, right? And that's what got him some clap.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to Variety, one battle after another projected to lose $100 million theatrically, as Smashing Machine and others also struggle due to oversized budgets. I would also argue being bad movies.
Well, Smashing Machine is not a bad movie, but no one wants to see The Rock do a serious film. I'm sorry. They spent $50 million on Smashing Machine. And I think
too much.
I think it made $6 million in its debut.
Yeah, that should have been like a 10 million movie, 5. I was interested in seeing it. I'll probably see it on streaming, right?
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you make too many bad movies, you have overall brand damage. We've talked about it fucking a lot over the last few years. And one woke after another is not a good movie. You could take the Antifa shit out completely, and it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Every Monday morning, Virginia-based cinema owner Mark O'Meara pores over grosses to see how the newest releases are playing in his area. Last weekend didn't offer much to celebrate as some well-reviewed Oscar contenders collapsed at the box office. A24's The Smashing Machine, proving that The Rock is not a movie star. He's just not. He never was. He never was. A sports biopic starring Dwayne Johnson as MMA fighter Mark Kerr died pretty quickly. O'Meara reports, meanwhile, nobody did really well with Roofman, a dramedy featuring Channing Tatum. That one looks good too. I wanted to see that.
It's entertaining. It's Kirsten Dunst is great. Yeah. So decent.
It was slow as hell, O'Meara says, and I thought the movies were good. There was also a lot of hype with them that just didn't happen. The DC metro area wasn't the only place where those films failed to connect. Roofman debuted at a paltry $8 million, while Smashing Machine endured a brutal 7% decline. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get down. And Kiss of the Spider-Woman came out. There's a Kiss of the Spider-Woman remake?
It's a remake with Jennifer Lopez. It's terrible, by the way.
Excuse me. Even Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, led by Leonardo DiCaprio, struggled to break out despite being hailed as a generational masterpiece. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Stop. Just stop with this bullshit. All right. You might like Paul Thomas Anderson. It is nowhere near his best movie. It's towards the bottom of his. The dude's completely overrated, by the way. I think
by the way, bombing at the box office is actually good for Oscars because the Academy loves a story that like, well, this is art. It didn't do well. In fact, if you performed well at the theater, that actually doesn't help you when it comes to winning awards. They tend to nominate movies that bombed at the box office because to draw attention to a worthwhile film. That's the way. So bombing at the box office actually helps that movie, and it's probably going to get all the nominations.
Oh, it's going to win them all.
I don't know about winning.
I think it sweeps. And Chris, that's precisely why Oscar ratings are in free fall. No normal people give a fuck about them anymore. It's because you don't put any movies anybody wants to watch. I don't care about your fucking little personal circle jerks. And that's all this is. It's critics love this movie because of the politics. Period. End of story. That's it. If this didn't have Antifa and ICE or ICE stand-in, it would have been recognized and forgotten. It will be a generational masterpiece. Get the fuck out of here. Though the global haul of $140 million is impressive for a film that's original, and you know what? It would be if the budget was where it should have been, 30 to 40 million. But the R-rated and nearly 3 hours long, One Battle requires roughly $300 million to break even because that's because Warner Brothers spent more than $130 million on the production and $70 million on the promotional efforts. And ticket sales are typically split 50-50 between studios. And I'm glad this is being mentioned more because they have been leaving this shit out forever, but enough of us have been calling them out. Now they're breaking down like how movie math works, right? And just the basics, right? I don't consider myself an expert. You know what I did, Chris? When I got into this job, I just looked it up. I took the time to like look it up, and then I asked people like you and Robert, like, how does this work? And they told me. And ticket sales are typically split 50-50 between studios and theater operators. Meanwhile, DiCaprio typically gets first dollar gross on his movies, meaning he gets a percentage of the box office revenues before the studio recoups any costs. This thing's going to lose a bundle.
Yeah.
So let's get to the author of American Psycho and get to what he says. So Variety wrote an article on this, but we have the actual podcast interview so you can hear the man in his own words. This is going to be horrible for Hollywood. All right. Last year, cultural shift. I'll try to set this up quickly. Last year, cultural shift happens. Some of us said, Hollywood, I know you're going to want to get super political because the Donald's back in office now, but you can't. You can't afford it now. You need every customer you can. You need to pump the brakes on that, at least for 5 years, and just make some good movies, right? You need to go out there. That needs to be your fucking focus. And what's the first thing they're going to do? They almost, a dude almost won Best Actress. A dude got nominated for Best Actress last year. And now they're going to give this movie 14 Academy Awards as a middle finger to half the country. It's not a good idea. So this is Bret Easton Ellis, the writer, the gay writer of American Psycho.
He's gay and super based.
And based.
I've listened to his podcast and his book White. I read that. It's just about culture bullshit. This book White. It's a
people.
It's like a series of essays. It's very good, but he's very just looks at things very pragmatically.
Yeah.
So I'm curious because I've not heard it, but I've seen the quote that everyone's pulling out. I'd love to.
It's basically like the first couple 3 minutes. X-Ray Girl.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Well, I didn't think we were going to talk about it. I think we did half of a podcast on Licorice Pizza about a month or so after it was released. And yeah, I mean, if there was ever a movie to kind of do a deep dive on in this moment, it would be One Battle After Another. I just didn't really like it. And it had something to do with any kind of ideological shit. I mean, I know there are a lot of people on the right who hate the movie. And I guess that's kind of fair because I think the very liberal entertainment press, I'm not painting them black or anything with that, it's just a fact, have severely overrated it. And it's kind of shocking to see this kind of these kind of accolades for, I'm sorry, just a not very good movie because of its political ideology. And it's so obviously what they're responding to, and why it's considered a masterpiece, the greatest film of the decade, the greatest film ever made, because it really aligns with this kind of leftist sensibility. I have a feeling that after this week, whenever it drops off the box office charts, it is going to be seen as a kind of musty relic of the post-Kamala Harris era of, that thing that everyone gathers around and pretends is so fantastic and so great when it really isn't, just to make a point. And that's unfortunate, but that's
that's it.
Exactly. Just to make a point, they will love the movie.
Absolutely. Taylor Sheridan called this out on Joe Rogan when Joe asked, like, why do the critics hate you? And he's all, well, critics aren't critics anymore. They just like stuff that they politically agree with or ideologically agree with. It's not about judging art. And Quentin Tarantino said the same thing too. A variation of that. So, and oh yeah, we've been saying it for years and years and years. And that's why they continue staying in their bubble. And that we got to thank them, Chris, because that's provided people an opportunity like me. When I started seeing the press, they've always been full of shit. But when I just started really paying attention, they're full of shit. I'm going to go to other places. That's when I started going to YouTube to look for other opinions and it led to this channel. So I guess we got to be grateful. And more people are making channels every day. And that's because they're full of shit, Chris. And it's so obvious at this point. I mean, they might as well just have the Academy Awards and just have every actor walk up and say, fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's boring to see it over and over again because you don't need to see it to know what they think. They know what they think before they experience the thing. Like, my opinion is decided for me based on where I work, where I choose to work, So I always thought there should be balance. Mm-hmm. I'm about balance.
Yes.
And Film Threat, I know, Film Threat on YouTube. and we do verses, which is different opinions. We had Blaine from Criticless on Monday for our Tron conversation. I saw you in the chat. But like, even for our website, there's like 30 writers who are all over the world. Their opinions are all over. Their opinions are all over the map and on different sides of the political aisle. And we all work together and we respect each other.
Mhm.
So I just thought in my mind, that's the way it always should be. You have lots of different opinions represented, but come to find out, certain outlets, and I would say most of them covering entertainment, are just very one-sided. It's just boring. I don't need to read the article a lot of times to go, well, this is what they think. Or even that thing that's been in the news, the George Stephanopoulos, JD Vance exchange, where he cuts him off and like, well, I can watch a 3-hour interview with JD with Joe Rogan. How about that?
Yep.
Let him speak. You know?
No,
So-
it's theater. It's the gotcha question interview. I mean, is going to die out, and presidents and presidential candidates and more celebrities and stuff are going to have to go and sit through a 3-hour interview, and you can't be scripted, and you're going to find out. And most of these people are complete dipshits, and they can't sit through a conversation like that. And the ones who can, respect.
Well, I mean, like for example,
James Brolin on Rogan was great.
He was great. He was great with Josh Horowitz too. Josh is doing some
Brolin.
good stuff. No, but I'm saying Josh Horowitz, the
Yeah.
podcast. He's good. Josh Brolin. Yeah, but I think the appetite for that is over, and that's why the ratings keep going down. Look at Kimmel collapsed after he was back one day. It was like, what's he gonna say? Oh, okay, I'm good. I remember what this was. It's bullshit. It's controlled. People can see through it. I mean, I get more out of a meaningful meme. Memes, people, you can't dismiss a really good meme because it requires like good comedy, lots of ideas at once, a complex thought expressed in a short amount of words or a visual can be very powerful. So, and also I just love those 3-hour interviews. So
I do too. You learn a lot more, lot more.
Like I mean, Newsom is a moron. I mean, Karen Bass. I don't follow her Instagram. It comes up in my feed, I guess, because I live here. But everything is performative. It's her hugging someone and cleaning up part of a corner of some homeless people when the city is just falling apart.
Right.
Graffiti everywhere, encampments everywhere. It's all like it's almost like her position is ceremonial. Like she doesn't do actual work. It's like, look at me doing work while we set up. It's like that terrible AOC thing where she's crying against the fence.
Yeah.
Wearing that white outfit with the shoes. Like, I'm like, you selected all that. I'm really pissed about that because the running ads, I watched part of the Dodger game yesterday and AOC popped up on an ad. Yes, on 50, Proposition 50, which is the redistricting thing. He's now being used in ads
for California. Yeah, of course. Of course.
I
don't know. California's got big trouble. Big trouble. Mayor Bass is a Marxist who visited Fidel Castro multiple times. She is there as a figurehead. She is also there to do nothing. So society breaks down so they could remake a new one. That's what it's there. I mean, putting it in the simplest terms. That's what's going on. Big ounce for 20. We're going to get to soups now because Chris has to go in 30 minutes.
But I gotta get coffee.
Go get some coffee. Go get some coffee.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yep. Big ounce for $20 says, also, sorry if I'm breaking character a bit, but damn, RFK has gotten dumber. There were a recent study in Sweden that covered 4 million kids and siblings that said Tylenol can do it, but it's small and basically means nothing. Oh, as far as the autism thing, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past a company to make something that's dangerous that will affect generations of kids. So I think there has to be more studying, and I know shit about it. The only thing I know is my sponsor, who's a men's health physician and a really fucking smart guy. I asked him years and years ago, like what he thought, like off the record, of course. And his first thing was food. But he said, I can't discount vaccines. I can't discount regular medication. And we also can't discount that the amount of kids, the percentage of kids who are on the spectrum has shot up to astronomical levels. That doesn't happen naturally. So something is behind it. And, you know, there's a lot of powerful people who are going to protect each other to keep that from coming out. Because, that would be a dark day if you found out, like, definitively if something like a vaccine or a Tylenol caused autism. That would be a dark day. Big Out, which I don't think we'll ever find out. Big Outs for 20 says, final super chat. Please read Absolute Batman. We are getting into Bruce's rematch with Bane, and we got the Absolute Justice League. It's Hector Hammond, Veronica Cale, Reverse Flash, Joker, Lex, and Ra's al Ghul. It was a great read. A lot of people enjoying it. Big Ounce, thank you for the $20. A lot of people enjoying it. I love the passion. I love you wanting me to read something, and maybe I'll flip through it like secondhand. I will not. I repeat, will not buy a DC comic unless it's like second or third hand. I support comic stores in other ways. I buy the same amount of comics as I did before, just in back issues. So I support my local comic shop all the time. But I'm just not. I don't care anymore. It sucks about new stuff. But and the artist drew Batman choking out an ice guy, which he didn't need to do. But he did. That's going to piss people off. Francisco Sanchez Jr. for $20. Oppenheimer, movie I disliked, is a prime example of what a Best Picture winner should be. Agreed. A box office hit, a critical hit, and a cultural hit. Remember Coda or Nomadland? No. Nobody's heard a thing about Coda. Wait. Because it's about deaf people, X-Ray Girl. You're absolutely right. Oppenheimer was the first like Best Picture that was worthy of it in a long time. And if you want to like talk about, I wouldn't call Oppenheimer generational, but if you want to talk about something that's old school classic Hollywood that would have won Best Picture like in the 70s and the 50s, Oppenheimer is it. Oppenheimer is absolutely it.
I agree.
That movie will be remembered. That's a movie that will be remembered, right?
It got, initially when I saw it, I was kind of like, this is like Nolan being loud and complex. He makes his movies overly complex. Like Dunkirk, I love Dunkirk.
I like Dunkirk.
Didn't need all the time playing with time to make it. You can just tell your story straight.
Tenet, he's just like was just over self-indulgent Nolan.
Yeah, but the more I watched, I went back and saw Oppenheimer like 6 times in the theater. It got better every time I saw it. It really did. It's a smart kind of movie that Hollywood can make that they just don't do it anymore.
No.
So.
But Oppenheimer might be the last like really good Best Picture. They are bad examples of. Those are bad examples of Best Picture winners. I would argue that most of this fucking century is bad examples of Best Pictures.
Yeah.
Best Picture winners. But Harvey Weinstein had a lot to do with that. The Miramaxing of Hollywood. Yeah. Shakespeare in Love. You want to talk about a shitty fucking Best Picture?
Yeah, that might be one of the worst.
It might be one of the worst Best Pictures of all time.
Yeah.
Gary, Chris, and X-Ray, have you guys heard of or watched From on Prime? I've heard of it. Just started watching it last night. How is it, Trish? I've heard Have you? I've heard good things about From, but you know, God, I see so much shit. I watch a lot of TV, and I can't say I did this with From, but there's a lot of stuff I try, and I'm out in 10 minutes because it's fucking woke. Because I'm just so over it. I'm like, nope, not even giving you a chance. Not even giving you a chance. Gary, please react to Batfam trailer as did. Oh,
it's terrible. I don't know if it's worth your time, Gary. It's like, it's a thing for little kids. But what bugs me about it is
it's Cal Arts.
It's this overly clever, ADD inspired, like dumb storytelling for kids. Man, I remember seeing cartoons and children's entertainment as a kid that didn't talk down to kids, like was smart, that could be complex, that, you know, assumed you weren't a freaking moron, that these things are made to babysit kids, not give them anything actually worthwhile.
Yeah. And this was farmed out to Prime from Warner Brothers, so they knew it was shit. And it's Cal Arts fucking cartoons, which I fucking hate. I just hate them. I don't like Cal Arts at all. It's not art. It's garbage. Yeah, it looks terrible. Az made a video on it, though. I'm sure it's fucking funny. I'm sure it's better than the trailer. Zoroaster for $10. Chris and Gary, I would love to know your thoughts on the Running Man trailer. I'm cautiously optimistic at this point, but we've been burned so many times. I'm going to see it. I love the original, and I love that the original broke from the books and did its own weird 80s dark comedy thing. It's one of my favorite movies. Seeing Richard Dawson in it, Mr. Family Feud, was fucking great, and he was great in it. So I think it's going to end up being like the remake of RoboCop and the remake of Total Recall. I think it's going to feel the same way. But I'm going to watch. You're going to watch. Of course, Chris is going to watch it. But are you looking forward to the Running Man?
I just hope it's not super. I don't know.
Shit.
It looks super shit.
Hashtag
it's
super shit.
The trailers, I'm not convinced. It's too comedic or something. I don't know. I just don't buy it. So, yeah.
Magnum Norris for $10 says, Chris, there's there's more capabilities to create music than ever before, but you don't hear it on the radio. Unfortunately, you have to search for it. And you're right, Magnum Norris. There's still really good, like, let's be clear, there's some really fucking good music out there.
Yeah.
It might be better than it's ever been, but it's not centralized. So it's almost going to be regional, right? So you listen to Spotify. I have Spotify, and I don't think I ever listen to it other than for podcasts. For music, I just stay on YouTube. I just make myself. When you listen to enough music on YouTube, do you know it automatically makes you a playlist of the shit you've listened to?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know
Yes. So if you listen to enough music, I don't know how you access it. It just pops up in my recommended feed after I've listened to 2 or 3 songs. It goes, here's your mix. And I just hit my mix, and it's the music I listened to for the last 2 or 3 months automatically, which is pretty cool. And which is eclectic right now. Mine is pretty fucking eclectic right now. It's got some soundtracks mixed with some metal, mixed with like REO Speedwagon and ELO and Supertramp.
I've discovered some really cool bands actually on YouTube. Slow Pulp is one I'm listening to, like bands that play instruments and not some bullshit computer shit, you know, like actual instruments.
I mean, they're not new, but Starcrawler, kind of like that band. Mm-hmm. Like this anorexic lead singer chick. It's pretty good band. Very LA. They're an LA band. But yeah, I don't listen to much new shit. I'm old. I don't care. I don't need to be hip. Peckerwood for $10 says, Dear Chris and Gary, I humbly suggest you rent out a movie theater and revive those classic Siskel and Ebert style weekly film critiques. Let's make movie reviews great again. You want to do that one time when I come out? You want to rent out a movie theater and we could sit in there and
Should we do that?
We can. It'd be easy. Be super easy.
We could host a screening
Yeah.
or something, show something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They do that with AMC. You can actually rent a theater.
There's 2 chains that do it here in Texas. And then there's also the Alamo Drafthouse who will do it.
Yeah. So
you need to come out to Texas, Chris. I wish you could come out this weekend. I need somebody, or next weekend, because is it next weekend? SpaceCon is
next weekend.
It's next fucking weekend. They want me to do a panel, and I don't want to do a panel by myself.
Yeah,
I can't. I like nobody will do a panel with me, so it'll be me and Garrett.
I would.
Yeah. But it is the 25th, right? So it's a week from this Saturday. We're doing our panel. I'm going to be at the Rippaverse booth at SpaceCon here in San Antonio. Maybe I could talk. Maybe I could fly. If I flew you out here, Chris.
Oh man,
I'm gonna put
that would be fun.
I know you can't. It's all right.
I don't know if I get Give me the date.
I have to let Kara. I was supposed to let Kara know yesterday. I got to let her know today. So Saturday the 25th, I'm supposed to do a panel, but I don't want to do one if it's just me. I'd rather have people to talk to.
Yeah, see who else is there.
But Kara, I'll let you know today. I've got one phone call out, and it's tough to get the unsub guys because they're on tour right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see the Unsubscribe podcast Friday night after FNT here in San Antonio. They're going to be live. But yeah, so if you're in San Antonio area or the Texas area at SpaceCon in San Antonio, it's a very good con. I will be at the Rippaverse booth. Come by and say hi. Come by and say hi. Markin for 10 British pounds proper money. Hi, Gary. I have sent you an email about a week ago asking for your help with networking for a fundraiser. If your answer is no, no worries. I'm just asking to know where I stand. All the best. Did Mrs. Nerdrotic get back to you? Because she handles that stuff. Send the email again. Send the email again.
We didn't talk about James Gunn.
Please.
I have something that I think would save his universe. I mean, I loved your conversation on Real BBC. It's like people are beginning to realize he makes the same movie. He's like Kevin Smith.
He's a one-trick pony.
He just makes the same movie. It just replaced a different skin. He has the Superman skin on a Guardians story.
Yep.
There's a sameness. It's boring. They're all and he seems like a bit of a control freak. And there's a different skill. Kevin Feige maybe deserves more credit for putting the band together, being able to juggle the pieces to make that decade run of Marvel phase 1, 2, and 3 was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of it was luck, other people, but he built that team.
He did, and I think he was good at guiding that team of creatives. But now he has become more of a creative force, and I think he's utterly terrible at that. But I think he's a good hey, let's get the team together. He's a manager.
But then, Gunn is creative, but not with no one to rein him in. He's just doing. Peacemaker season 2 was an embarrassment. I'm surprised it was released. It felt so just bad and cringe, and even it seemed like he was working out some personal demons.
Yeah,
and all the weird shit with his wife.
Dude, that is bizarre.
She is a very average to bad actress. She's not great, and
she's attractive. A lot of plastic surgery there, but yeah, she's not something you center an entire show around. What has she been in besides James Gunn? I got to look up her. Let me look up her IMDb.
What else is she in? Does she go out on auditions for other things? I don't know, but he has become a worse filmmaker and writer since being with her. And that can happen. People change, they soften. George Lucas, I believe, softened when he made the prequels, right? Because he became a dad. He always wanted to be a dad, had kids, and it changed him. The prequels are what they are. I don't know. Ryan's not here to defend them, but and I think yes, flawed, but there's good things about the prequels. But it doesn't really match in tone
what
with the original
Peacemaker
trilogy.
season 2 was, Chris, and that this is without question, was fucking Ironheart. It was fucking Agatha. It's no different than any of the shitty Disney Plus shows. It is tonally the same. The absolute fucking same. Same underlying messages, same underlying themes, same underlying fucking casting. It's woke. It's intersectional. It's got girl bosses in it. It is no fucking different.
Yeah.
So giving that a pass is strange. If you're somebody who's like been highly critical of something like The Acolyte or the aforementioned Ironheart, it's the same fucking thing. It is. And James Gunn's gonna get a pass because he's made some, like, I'm not shitting on his past work. I like Guardians. I like the Guardians movies. I like all 3 of the Guardians movies. None of that's changed at all. And I like the Suicide Squad. But let's go to Jennifer Holland's IMDb here. Okay. She's been working since 2012. Maybe a little before that. Oh, way before that. She's been working since 2004. So guest starred in Dante's Cove, CSI Miami, was in House of the Dead 2, Zombie Strippers, Assorted Nightmare Janitor, Cougar Town, American Pie Presents The Book of Love. Then she gets married to James Gunn. She's guest starred in Bones TV show. A lot of just guest starring in TV shows, which is about her acting level, right? American Horror Story. And then you get to Brightburn, The Suicide Squad, Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Peacemaker. Almost exclusively employed by her husband in the last 5 years. There's Give Me a Gun is something, and After Ray, it's a TV series where she guest starred in. So she is a day player. She's a day player.
Yeah.
And now, like, we're centering a fucking show around her. But it's more than that, though, Chris. Creative. I think James Gunn has a ceiling. He's a one-trick pony. He's a trauma boy. And I think that's where he belongs. I think that's where he's comfort.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, he wasn't the guy to make Superman. I just don't think he could do it. And even what makes me question him now is all the press he did surrounding Peacemaker season 2, saying it connects directly to Superman and leads into Man of Tomorrow, and then hyping that there'll be cameos, and then there weren't, and then him doing that lame thing where he said, you can DM me, don't DM me, okay, maybe one, which seems so scripted. He turned a dumb thing addressing valid criticism of his show into a promo for his show to watch it on HBO Max. I felt sad for him. As weird as that, I shouldn't feel sorry for him. It was sad, like he has no one around him to tell him he's full of shit. I see a lot of pictures of him with his friends on his Instagram, which looks like an Instagram from Earth X. Frankly, all white people. I'm being like, if you look up James Gunn with friends, I don't think he has a black friend in IRL. Okay. Seriously. I knew him back in the day. He's a really nice, humble guy. Then as he is to the press now, it got to his head. Got to his head.
It got to his head, and he's very embittered for being canceled. If you go listen to the lyrics of the song, that's the theme song by whatever band, the dude that sounds like a chick. It's all about, like, I've been through hell, and I've come out the other side. And believe me, it sticks in his craw that he perceives it. The Access Media perceives it, that the right wing came out to cancel him. And it's because he started throwing out TDS shit. He threw a Roseanne under the bus. So the people on the other side started just digging through doing exactly what the left did to other people.
Right.
And they found something, and he's embittered, and believe me, that's going to seep out in everything, because this guy cannot be personal with all his work. What was Superman inspired? What clicked for his fucking dog? He couldn't crack Superman. The guy you put in charge of DC couldn't crack Superman until he got to Crypto. And if that isn't a red flag, I don't know what a red flag was. And our concern from the beginning, Chris, was, can he do a traditional superhero? This is a quirky, irreverent guy. And the answer is no.
The answer is no. And it's really disheartening. But
yep.
Could he add an element to get people interested? Share what I've got there just a sec.
Oh,
just share this real quick. This could save.
Take my money.
Why not? You can read Soups.
$1 billion.
Sydney Sweeney.
Supergirl needs to be a $1 billion film.
It will not be. It won't make as much as Superman, I don't think.
Udite1 for 20 says, fun fact, Chris, and you know this. The original Oscars actually had 2 Best Picture-esque awards. One for outstanding film and one for artistry. The art winner was Sunrise, which entirely lost no frame, script, or even plot. The award is all we know. Don't the Golden Globes now have an award? Basically, that's for that. Like, basically, it's like popular film, best popular film, and maybe that's what they should do. But okay, the Oscars can easily fix themselves overnight. Ricky Gervais hosts, and he gets to roast whoever wins.
Exactly.
And roast the shit out of them. And you cut it way down. You cut it way down to like a 2-hour show, and it's a 2-hour fucking Ricky Gervais roast of anybody who wins.
I mean, the thing is, there are a lot of technical awards that they give at the Oscars that you kind of don't need to televise those. I'm sorry to say, with all due respect to the people in the crafts, they call it.
The ones who actually work. I know it sucks.
But ones who do it, like it's the same 12 movies being nominated across 20 categories.
I appreciate sound editing. You and I appreciate sound editing.
Well,
good sound editing is something that really does float my boat. But I don't need to see the guy win the award or the girl.
Yeah, and they even the show's been ruined. The woman who came over to fix it, Dawn Hudson, she used to do the Independent Spirit Awards, and which are terrible, barely exists, and now she's ruining the Oscars. This is distracting. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little distracting what's happening. Well, I didn't say take it down. I just, what does the audience want? I think the chat should
absolutely
keep it.
I know what the chat's going to say.
I know what the chat's going to say.
You can read Soups while this is
I know you better than you know yourselves, chat.
The Oscars are increasingly irrelevant. The idea that something won this in a whatever category is not an endorsement anymore. And it's sad to me because I've watched the Oscars, never missed it. It was an event on the level of Super Bowl.
It was a gay Super Bowl.
And no one cares anymore.
Nope.
No one cares.
But we care. We're doing a live stream on Chris's channel for the Academy Awards.
Yes, the Oscars watch party. We're doing that in March.
And I am going to watch every Best Picture. I'm going to do my research.
Yes. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of sad. I think Weapons, Sinners, One Battle.
Yeah, those will be nominated. I will be rooting for Weapons all the way. It won't win, but it might get like a Best Supporting Actor or Actress nom.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Christy right now too.
Yeah.
Christy.
Okay. Rooting for Sydney. Big Ounce for $5 says, since I missed Real BBC, here's your weekly Marvel versus DC Peacemaker versus Solo. I'm going to take, Peacemaker. It's a comics. Mark Lurzeth for $2 says, is Laura Parker Dark Shadows Chrissy's mother? Yes. Ryan Crawford for $4.99. I don't know. Hail all, just watched the latest remaster of the motion picture on YouTube. V'ger looks awesome. My second favorite Trek movie. It's second or third for me. I love the motion picture and I actually watch it quite often. And the director's cut 4K is wonderful.
I have that too. It's so good.
I love I love the introduction, the Jerry Goldsmith, like before the movie starts.
The overture.
The overture is so good.
I do remember as a kid, I saw it like opening Friday.
Yeah.
Great. The title sequence disappointed me because it was the era of the Star Wars opening titles, right? With the little paragraphs.
With the crawl.
The Superman opening title sequence. This was Star Trek and it was white letters on a black background. That was it. It was pop on and off.
Star Trek, the motion picture, was the first movie. Now, I saw it it came out in 78, right? So I was 8.
79.
79. So it depends. If it came out before August, I was 8. But
December 7th.
So I was 9. And it's the first movie I could think of where when a character comes on the screen, the audience applauded. Like everybody fucking up, like, yeah! When McCoy came up, I'm like, they do this in movie theaters? What? You know, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. The Winslow Wonder for $10. Hey, Nerdrotic, if you are interested in some internet horror, YouTube Kane Pixels has been picked up by A24 at the age of 20 to make a movie. That is fucking awesome. He is very good at liminal horror. Congratulations, by the way, for getting picked up, and I'll check it out. Hell yeah. Subhuman 84 for $10. What are some of your favorite horror films from the 50s? Ugh.
Day There Stood Still. I like them.
Did The Blob come out in the 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blob. I like The Blob. I'd have to think about that.
There's a lot of good stuff from that era.
Whatever. Yeah, there is. And I mostly watched it on KTLA Channel 5.
Yeah, I watched it on TV as a kid. Great.
Robert Hayes for $4.99. Gary, Chris, X-Ray, look at this. Look at how they massacred Batman. Again, I'd say Bat Fam it's not as bad as that fucking woke animated series they put out. Yeah, Bat Fam's bad, but that was fucking terrible because you're taking a shot at the animated series, the greatest Batman in motion thing ever. And Bruce Timm went back to do that, which is just gut-wrenching. Paul Dini didn't, to his credit. Gabe Athouses for $5 says, Hail! Began my Star Trek journey as a 23-year-old Zoomer. The Man Trap was lots of fun. Thanks to Gary, RMB, and Frank Gore for inspiring this journey. Dude, seeing Star Trek for the first time would be awesome.
That's great.
What'll blow your mind is people probably go into it going, well, the sets are going to look cheap and stuff like that. But then you get drawn into that storytelling that is still so sophisticated for the most part. So sophisticated compared to anything you see now. Magnum Norris for $10. The U.S. has the strongest middle class in the world, and we all need to do all we need to do is stop voting for elitist bastards demanding our tax dollars. Hail, Magnum Norris. Hail. Protect the middle class. It is the spine and the brain of this country. It's what makes this country move. It's what makes it work. We don't work without it. We are an exceptional country. I'm going to talk about a little bit of American exceptionalism. You know, Canada has a pretty decent middle class too. The UK could do better, but they got a you say middle class there and they like gets in the working class stuff and their whole class structure, which I can't say I completely understand. But this great state of Texas I'm in right now, is in the top 8 for economies, and it's going to pass up California in 2040. It's expected to. Its population is growing. It's becoming a tech sector, but it's also going to be. It could eventually become an entertainment sector. Of course, there's oil, there's energy, there's cybersecurity. There's a bunch of industries here, not just one or two. Yes, I just watched a video of like how rad Texas is, by the way. So that's why all that stuff's in my head. But yeah, our population is growing, and we're going to pass up Cali in about 15 years.
Good.
Unfortunately, it'll be a bunch of fucking Californians. Californians, do not come to Texas. There's churches. Things close on Sunday. There's churches. There's guns. There's Republicans. Weed is illegal. You don't want to come here. You really don't. The Ron for 5 British pounds. Sorry, I'm late to the show. I was busy watching Az's rant on Star Trek from Real BBC. It's okay. You can watch Az. I've been crying, laughing, rewatching it 3 times. I can't wait to see it. Chris, you got to go.
I got to go. But Gary, thanks so much. SpaceCon is a week from Saturday.
It's a week from Saturday. I really, truly do not want to, like, I'm just throwing it out there. If you can't, it's no big deal. We could talk. If you can, cool, but do not feel obligated. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
And I'll be doing Hollywood on the Rocks today with Al, the great Ing the Merciless.
Ing the Merciless.
I'll be on with him, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're talking Star Trek, among other things. And yeah, I got to go, but love hanging with you, brother. A lot of fun. X-Ray Girl, don't freeze. Don't freeze.
I'll try not to.
Face. And I'll see you both next week.
See you next week, brother.
All right.
Bye.
I'll call you.
Chat. Thank you so much. Take care. Later.
Score. Frank. You're my boy, Blue. I have to cough. Hang on.
Okay, while you do that, Magnum Norse for 10 says radio music sucks. Random music on the internet is awesome.
It is. It is. Like, I have totally contributed to the destruction of the thing I love. I am not saying I'm not. I'm not saying I'm better. I Napstered the shit out of things, and I fucking called Lars a massive sellout at the time. But he wasn't wrong. We got to say, like, all these years later, he wasn't wrong. What they did was, the biggest mistake was how they approached it. Instead of, like, just running to you, stealing from me, recognize that, oh, this is the future, and I could still make money. By the way, by that time, Lars was set for life, so that was probably contributed to a lot of the resentment towards him. It also might contribute, like, I love Metallica. He might be one of the worst metal drummers of all time. Just saying. And, like, true story, me and Melissa babysat his kids. We did. We babysat Lars Ulrich's kids. But when he came out and said that about Napster, it pissed fucking everybody off. And like most things, the entertainment industry felt defensive instead of like, this is the future. We need to work for it. We can go back to Blockbuster when they had their opportunity to buy Netflix, and they're not around anymore because they didn't buy Netflix. And the same thing's going to happen to AI. The same thing happened with the internet. Like, that's why they use the term disrupt. Disrupt. But like, I collect vinyl still because vinyl's neat. And I love that now they're making new vinyl and it's rad, and I'm getting soundtracks, and you're getting these big booklets. Like, they make it special. So you get these big booklets now, and it's colored vinyl. Like, God damn, the Howard Shore Lord of the Rings complete recordings in vinyl. For one, good luck finding them now. They're worth hundreds of dollars. Are fucking great. Are great. And I have my turntable, and it's hooked up to my Atmos, and it's sweet. Mexi Rage for $5 went to the store and found they are selling Back to the Future trilogy as a Steel 4K. So I got all 3. Also, remember, folks, have a great day. Hail. Hail. Back to the Future, one of the greatest trilogies of all time. It is. Is it the greatest? No, it's not the greatest, but it's one of the greatest. Mr. Chili Dog for $10 says, "Hail, Gary, Chris, and X-Ray Girl. I want to implore you to listen to what Elon had to say about abundance and universal basic income and understand what he's saying. Really digest it. I'll look it up. Universal basic income is coming. That will be a thing. I hate every bit of it, but I don't think we can stop it unless, there's weak Republicans and Democrats who will offer it up to buy votes. The infamous El Guapo on the Streamlabs side for $5 says, I'm all in for Nerdrotic and ChrisCon, but most of us don't want to support Cali and their people. I don't get it, but you should do a part 2 in Texas or Midwest. Also, we need a Dan Rants panel. Gore, your rants lately have been epic. Keep it up, too. Hail. Yeah, the reason we're doing it in California is a fuck you to LA Comic-Con. That's Chris's motivation behind it. But if that one works, we'll do another one somewhere else. We'll do one in Texas for sure. If it works, if it happens. These are all ifs. These are all big ifs. ARG, another name for $9.99. The Variety article on One Battle did some real voodoo math on that box office. It really did. Big Ounce for $5. Never mind. Here's the last one. Have you guys seen Locked? It was pretty good. R-rated movie that came out a bit ago. I haven't, but I will. I will see that. If the Batman 2 makes $1 billion following on an Emmy Award win with a Penguin, will Zaslav or the new WB owners rethink who should be running DC? If the Batman makes $1 billion, that's going to be a big problem for James Gunn. It's going to be a big fucking problem for James Gunn. I'll say that right now. And if the Batman 2 makes $1 billion, it will get a Batman 3. It will get a Batman 3, but you can't wait 5 years. That's a big if. But I mean, the best DC in the last 5 years has been The Penguin. The Penguin, followed probably by The Batman. A movie I didn't totally love and still don't. D for $10. Nomadland won because the identity of the director, who was an Asian woman. Yes, this is true. The film was absolutely awful. Yes, it was. They literally give Oscar films for the director that is not a man or white. Yeah, the fucking movie was a screensaver. Thunderstorm for $9.99. James Gunn show Poopmaker is so bad, I'm rewatching Green Arrow. Green Arrow seasons 1 and 2. Flash seasons 1 and 2. Hang on. I'm blanking on the name now. Hang on just a moment. Oh my God, that's not CW. Oh, Nightman. Here we go. So Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah. So I was trying to think of what was the third one that came out. It was Legends of Tomorrow. So even season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow, the first 2 seasons of The Flash, the first 2 or 3 seasons of Arrow, I guess we can count Smallville. Do you want to count Smallville, even though it wasn't technically CW, are all better than Peacemaker, season 1 and 2. And I am no fan of the CW that turned into woke garbage and feelings in hallways. But I mean, fucking all Peacemaker was feelings in other dimensions. Justin plays guitar for $2. R.I.P. Drew Struzan. That's right. Movie poster god, by the way. And it is a lost art form. Movie posters suck now. Comic book covers suck now. Pretty much most cover art on most Blu-rays or DVDs suck now, except when you get something kind of special. Like somebody sent me this. I mean, this is pretty basic bitch, but it's got that. It's got Arnold. Thank you for sending me that. Yeah. Rest in peace, legend. Absolute legend. He did the Revenge of the Jedi poster. He did many posters. Oh God. He did Harry Potter posters. He did Star Trek art. He did a lot of the Star Wars posters. Big Trouble in Little China, one of my favorite posters of all time. Try to go off the top of my head. Some Indiana Jones, Back to the Future. He did it all. The man did it all. And may he rest in peace, poor guy. There's a page that reviews hotel cuck chairs. This is from JM for $10. I'm not going to ask how you know that. Gunn might be the only one who doesn't watch it for laughs. Credit where credit is due. He got Warner Brothers to pay him $185 million to give his wife a real acting role. And that's my summation, is they ran to him and they offered him the job. And he did not know what he was doing. But he's like, I'm not going to not take this job. I'll fake it till I make it. And WB's paying for all this. So we're going to have a big old party on WB's dime. And I'm going to invite my friends and make my wife a TV show. And how could you not? That's what's happening. That is the reality. Your eyes are not deceiving you. James Gunn is a one-trick pony. He, fine, hires a bunch of actors, including his brother. And I like his brother as an actor. I just don't think he's a very good Maxwell Lord. And made a TV show for his wife and then spun it into another entity that guarantees his wife could be potentially in every single DC movie. Every one. Doge says not for girls, for intersectional feminist Karens. That's more accurate. I agree with that. Bungles Twanger for $2. You're right, Gary. I'm just going to end it there, X-Ray Girl. It just says you're right. It just says you're right, Gary. Can I enjoy that for a moment? I hear it's a little. Anyway. Bungles Twanger for $2 says, you're right, Gary. It was a 3-year contract. Yeah, I could have sworn that the actors, because I remember during the strike, I'm like, that is a short fucking contract. They're going to be on strike again. And they might be on strike again. It's not out of the realm of possibility. They just voted for a new president, and it's Samwise Gamgee. It's Sean Astin. Sean Astin is the president of the Film Actors Guild. Yeah, he is. Beardo's pink skirt. Okay, listen, we don't judge Beardo for his pink skirt. We accept that he wears his pink skirt. He's wearing it all the time. He wore it on Geeks and Gamers Daily this morning. He wore it on Tuesday night's main event last night when he poorly read Super Chats. He was complaining about his butt hurting. He did. He literally complained about his butt hurting on Geeks and Gamers Daily this morning.
You do it to yourself.
A bunch of people in the chat know what I'm talking about because they watched it too. Beardo literally complained about his butt hurting this morning from all the anal sex.
You're so right, Gary.
Beardo's pink Beardo's pink skirt or pinkest skirt or Beardo's pink is skirt for $10 says the first example of underrated music is 100 Hertz. He is one-man crazy experimental and aggressive EDM music. The second example is a two-man instrumental metal group named Mirar. You'd be shocked how Smokey haven't scored a future Doom game. I'll check him out. I do love the new music. Hello, fellow kids. I like the music too. JM for $10. Funny. Lars' story, a gun forum would ban if you insulted a member. So Lars became a member so they wouldn't talk shit about him without getting banned. Yeah, Lars is sensitive. He's also sensitive to the drum criticism. Listen, I love Metallica. I was a Metallica fan from day one. They were never the same after Cliff died. Just never the same. The Black Album is terrible. I mean, Load is worse. Load is much worse, but enough time has passed now. Many of us zoom in, X-Ray Girl. You ready for your close-up? Many of us said it at the time. Okay, it's an album for normies. The Black Album is terrible. It's got their fucking ballad on it. Ugh. I can't stand the Black Album. Boss Squeeze for $5. What do y'all think of Talk to Me and Bring Her Back? What's that?
I have no idea.
It sounds like rom-coms. Oh, Talk to Me. Wait, Talk to Me was... I know Talk to Me. I know Talk to Me. That is a horror movie. I have not seen it, but I know it. I remembered it. What's their best album? What's Metallica's best album? It is Master of Puppets. Close second. A lot of people will disagree with me. I actually really like And Justice for All. No, there's no bass in it. Poor Jason Newsted, but some fucking bangers on And Justice for All. But Master of Puppets is their best album. Arg, another name for $9.99. But will Batman 2 make more than Super Gun? Yes. The Batman 2 will make more than Super Gun. It will. Fucking Master of Puppets, the song, Sanitarium, Battery, all fucking, every fucking note is a banger on that album. And I remember listening to it, X-Ray Girl, high as fuck. So like when they hit the like, chop your breakfast on a mirror, I was like literally chopping my breakfast on a mirror, like while I was listening to that. Steve for $5. Hail. You guys got to watch Chad Powers. I've heard of it, but it's on Disney Plus. Funniest show I've seen in years, reminiscent of bit comedy days. The big Penner Hole bit had me in stitches. I'll check it out. It's what's his face? Glenn Powell. Like the male version of Sydney Sweeney. Like all the chicks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Snacks for $2 says Alec Baldwin can bring shooting back to Hollywood. And drunk driving too. He ran into a tree with his brother Steven.
In his wife's car.
In his wife's car. He's a fucking mess, dude. Well, I mean, like accidentally killing somebody and then not taking accountability for it will probably mess with your head, even if you're as narcissistic and fucking psychotic as him. Malakot for $5 on the Streamlabs side. When I worked for Nespresso. Ooh, Nespresso. I like Nespresso. In 2014, Penelope Cruz was the spokesmodel. I remember. And signed a letter condemning violence in Gaza. Her campaign got axed. And she got replaced in our magazine by director Paolo Sorrentino, who signed a petition supporting Roman Polanski. Yeah, okay. Listen, I don't think it's fine to condemn violence in Gaza. If you're just saying, I condemn violence in Gaza, I do too. I don't like violence in Gaza or anywhere else. Supporting Roman Polanski, you should go on a list somewhere. Roman Polanski was a great director who, I almost said exactly what he did, who did bad things to a kid, and not like 17-year-old, 13-year-old. And motherfuckers like Harrison Ford and others support him. Like they're all a bunch of fucking freaks and weirdos. And it is very sad what happened to his wife. It is. It's tragic. It's sad. It by no means justifies doing bad things to a 13-year-old. So you're a piece of shit after that point. And I don't really care what happened to you before that. A lot of bad things happen to people. I'm sure bad things have happened to X-Ray Girl. Tragic things have happened in my life. They don't excuse behavior after that. Bad behavior ever, at all. Fuck Woody Allen, too. Marrying your stepdaughter. I mean, what the fuck? Woody Allen was Hollywood sucked Woody Allen's dick, like, all the fucking time. He could have had his pick of the litter, and he chose his stepdaughter. You fucking degenerate freak. VJ the Vigilante Guitars for $199. R.I.P. Drew Struzan Legend. R.I.P. Alex Belfort for $4.99. Set decoration and set dressing will also be affected. Set decoration and set dressing will also be affected. He said it twice. Yes, it will, because you'll be able to, anything like 3D printing will get cheaper and it'll be able to be designed in AI. So it'll be much quicker. Hollywood staff is going to be halved. Well, it's well on its way. 42,000 workers are gone in the last 2 years, but it will be in the next half decade, 50% will be gone. And then California will roll in and start giving you tax breaks like the UK does, and it will be too late. But you know what? You keep voting those people in office. You know, maybe if you tried a Larry Elder or Nicole Shannon, maybe they'd offer you a better deal quicker. But you won't consider that. So I say, let them crash. They knew what they were getting into. Have you guys seen the trailer for the Kardashian show, All's Fair? It is super men suck and are stupid and pigs, girl boss to the 10th power. I wouldn't be surprised it coming from a woman who is spawned from another woman who did nothing other than fuck a successful man and have some kids and then turn it into a reality show after she drove him to death. So I, not officially, worked on a lot of Kardashian stuff back in the day. Editing. I saw a lot, and I mean a lot, of the raw footage that you don't see. And as retarded as you think they are, you're not thinking they're retarded enough. These are some vapid, evil, narcissistic window lickers. Gamer Grams for $10. I can't possibly be the only person sick of the politics. I wanted to quote Chris Gore, I want my nerddom back, but they immediately started talking about politics. He did. He did. But Gamer Grams, what Chris followed up with, and at the end, and what we truly want is balance, right? So I don't want the other side's politics ejected. Like, I don't want my personal politics ejected in every bit of entertainment. It would become cringe for me too, right? I want my nerddom back too. That's and that the whole point of this, and the whole point we bring it up, is we've been out of balance for a long time, Gamer Gramps, and you know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. We've been out of balance. I just want to go back to balance. I don't want pendulum swinging too far to any fucking direction. I'd like it being right in the middle. Because then I'm not in an echo chamber and people are just telling me shit I want to hear. I like being challenged. Also, you know, you approach it with, you know, we're trying to bring people together. We're trying to make everybody happy. You know, it's Keira Knightley had a great response when some stupid fucking reporter asked her, well, are you aware of the J.K. Rowling boycott? And she's all, no. And I think it's just, it's a time we're going to disagree, and we just need to learn to live together. That's what we want to get back to. That's what I want to get back to. Some people getting their dicks are getting hard out there for a possible civil war. I really don't want that. That would be really fucking bad. And just so and I recommend this for everybody else too. What we should be on the side of: freedom, liberty. We are not on the side of authoritarianism. But I'm on my family's side. That's the only fucking side I'm on. So, and I recommend you do the same. You watch out for you and yours. David Fredrickson for $5. Do either of you know about the film A House of Dynamite? I do not. Let me look it up real quick. I do not. It is Idris Elba. House of Dynamite 2025 American apocalyptic political thriller directed by Catherine Bigelow. Okay.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. I'm going to watch it. I like Catherine Bigelow. Great director.
Rebecca Ferguson.
Rebecca Ferguson, one of my favorites. She's hot.
Yes.
She's a 10. And you're going to go, what? No. 5-tool player. She's a 5-tool player. She's got the brain. She's got the charm. She's got it all. Rebecca Ferguson. Hell no, but thanks for, I'm going to watch that tonight. Is it on Netflix right now? Or is it coming to Netflix?
I'll have to check. Give me a moment.
Yeah, Bigelow's a really good director. I don't know why she hasn't gotten more work, to be honest with you. Maybe she just hasn't taken it. But
coming out October 24th.
Oh shit. Okay, so we got a week. Cool. I'm watching it. Big name action star celebrated his 30th birthday with Polanski and in a pool with a naked 14-year-old actress who became well known in the 80s and 90s. Proof online. Yeah, and you don't want to put names out there, but yes, big name actors. Roman Polanski wasn't the only person who partook in the diddling. Okay, he wasn't. And there's a lot of big name actors who have come and gone who partook in that. Some you might like. And it's a prevalent problem in Hollywood that they will never address because they know what would happen. They watched what happened to the Catholic Church. But the Catholic Church survived because they got rid of all the fucking weirdos, or most of them, as much as they can, after denying the problem for a long time and covering up, and that's evil in itself. Hollywood would not recover. It would be the one thing to actually take the industry down. But it would also not just take down movie stars. It would take down politicians, CEOs, many things. But to think that shit isn't going on, it's going on. I remember waiting for our favorite songs to come out on the radio so we could record them onto a mixtape. Me too, G-Man, for $5. I used to make mixtapes for Melissa. Has Hollywood gotten so bad even if they remove the woke and the ideology, it'll suffer still? Yes, because they still have to make something good. What if autism is simply overdiagnosed? Russell Hall for $2. I think there's some truth to that, but the true autism is still like orders of magnitude high. Orders of magnitude high. But is there a bunch of self-diagnosis and overdiagnosis, Russell? Absolutely. Absolutely. Beardo's pain. I mean, like, if I was a kid, I'd be diagnosed with it. I would. Just because I'm not OCD where I gotta, like, if I see a line in the sidewalk, I have to walk over it or any crazy shit like that. But I think we all got a little something. A little something, something. Beardo's pink his skirt for $5 says, seeing Daniel Warren Johnson drawing that infamous Absolute Batman pic makes me glad he's no longer involved in Skybound's Transformers. Yep. The Holy Cleric for $5. The Oscars were dead back when they snubbed American Sniper for that dumb movie Birdman. Yeah, Birdman was, I liked Birdman, but American Sniper was a better movie. Yes, it was. But it wasn't going to win. It was never going to win. Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom should have gotten consideration, but it didn't, of course. Beardo's pink his skirt for $5. Batman, the animated series, and Avatar, The Last Airbender are wonderful examples of smart cartoons that would never talk down to their children. That's why they were great cartoons. They didn't talk down to the children. That's the secret. If you make kid shit, you don't make kid shit. You do not talk down to them. You leave out the F words, the sex stuff, but you don't talk down to them. Your list sounds basic, the same as mine, Gary. Spotify also makes you a mix. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I never went. I mean, nothing against it, but I'm like on YouTube all the time, and if I can just listen to music there, it's fine. Chris B for $5 says, Gary, the leftmost side of the YouTube page in your browser below subscription should be a YouTube music link. You can click for the music front end. Okay, so it's down there. I've never bothered to look. And I'm on YouTube every day. Thanks. Gonzo Samurai for $5. Speaking of music, check out Ice 9 Kills Laughing Track. It's a song about the Joker and has more care than Gunn. I'll check it out. Francisco Sanchez Jr. for $5. In my opinion, Crash is the worst Best Picture winner of the 21st century. I agree. Hard agree. Hard agree. 2004 Kill Bill Volume 2, Man on Fire, Spider-Man 2, all superior movies. Could not agree more. Spider-Man 2 should have won Best Picture. It was, at the time, the highest reviewed movie, the highest grossing movie. That should automatically be it. And the audience scores were through the roof. So it hit every metric of being a Best Picture. But it was a superhero movie. We can't do that. Eric K for $2. Keep Sydney on the screen. Get rid of the panel. I'm for that. JM for $2. Long past time for stunt category in the Oscars. You're right. And they finally got one. Chris from Michigan for $5. Someone please use AI to make FNT opening that looks like this. Okay. Adam Ant for $5. Sorry if I missed you talking about it already. Did you see Good Boy? It surprised the hell out of me. I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it this weekend. Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters Marathon for the win. Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters are brilliant. And I have Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein on is it Blu-ray? Pretty sure. And I watch it every Halloween. That needs to be on 4K. That needs to be on 4K. Oh, it is. It is. Is that real, though? That's a Target. Maybe Abbott Costello Meet Frankenstein. Abbott Costello Meet the Mummy. Kino Lobster. But is it on? I could have sworn I got it, but I'm not sure. It might not be a real version, though. Can't remember. Sick with Rage for $4.99. Any current actor who has a potentially be a movie star, should Hollywood start casting more unknowns? Yes, they need to try something. Max Meeks for $2. Are you allowed to say my name? Yes, Max Meeks. Ebbs99 for $4.99. Hail, Gary. Do you think Matt Reeves' Batman will stick around if the Paramount purchase goes through? Hopefully they show him the door. If Paramount sale goes through, I think all bets are off. As I said yesterday, they can't get rid of James Gunn right away. And I'm sure there's something provisional in his contract that won't allow them to eject him quickly. If Supergirl flops, so there's the rumor out there, and somebody told me, somebody in the know corroborated that, like, if this sale happens, it's possible. I can't see them getting the black eye that Warner Bros. Would take whoever fucking owns it by getting rid of James Gunn this quick would be horrifically bad. It would not look good to stockholders or anything. It would be starting off on the wrong foot, kind of like firing Henry Cavill when you take over the DCU. Once time passes, more people will come around and see, you know what, the James Gunn thing just fumbled from the start. And his first mistake was probably firing Henry Cavill. Once we get further in time. Does he still have time to fix things? Absolutely. Will his ego allow it? I highly doubt it. if Supergirl flops, I promise you there will be conversations in the board meetings at Warner Brothers. Like, what the fuck is going on? What are we doing? How do we fix this right now? And that's, I said, if Supergirl flops, there will be conversations. I guess they got to kind of stick. It's like, the sports ball analogy. It's a football team, spends a bunch of money on a coach, a big name coach. And he comes in and he just fucks up for 3 years. Well, they're not going to fire. They spend a bunch of money. They're going to stick with this guy for a while. But eventually, no matter how big your name is, you come out, you have like a fucking, well, I'm going to go back to the old days. I think there's 17 games now, but you have 1 in 15 season, you're fucking gone. Eventually you gone. So we'll see. We'll see. James Gunn's Superman has not got off to a good start. Warner Brothers, part of it or all of it is going to be sold someday. It's the reason Zavzov's there. Is to get it ready to sell. It is in horrific debt. That's why Paramount had to sell, because it was in horrific debt, and their debt wasn't as bad as Warner Brothers, which is currently at $36.5 billion. So we'll see. I don't know if the government will allow it. I mean, a lot of things have to happen for the sale to go through, like a lot. So I wouldn't say it's guaranteed at all. The Last Space Cowboy Project. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Udite, 1 for $5 more. Striking will lead to replacement. Previous strikes are one of many reasons for the rapid AI jump happened to elevator workers with the strikes. Yes, it's happened. I mean, you can go down the line. Happened to auto workers, happened to so many things. So many things. Nose is Wild for $4.99. You should have the flick pick on FNT. When Shelby Oaks releases, he as a Stuckman were boys, but fell out when Chris made the Hollywood move. No. I'm thinking of having Mahler on for that one. Udite 1 for $5. Plus, because Mahler does the best Stuckman impression. You can find alternate mixes of And Justice for All that have the bass. Not official, but produced fans have remixed it. I like it a lot, too. Yeah, I've heard them, and they're good. Dude, it kind of works because if you have your bass cranked up anyway, that the one thing Lars is good at is, the double bass on his drums. He's good at that. He's good with his feet. Sorry to hear about Mike. Mike Mike Schilt retirement. Yes, he retired. I think he was asked to retire. Yeah, fucking Padres, man. And there's ownership problems too. Lots of ownership problems. Daniel Sand for $4.99. Hey guys, hope the day is going well. Could you react to Sam Raimi's new movie, Send Help? We can't today, but we will on it for FNT. I'm gonna watch it. It's Sam Raimi. Measured Move for $5. I skipped Soups and F4 because of you. Saw Weapons and liked it, but could have waited. Streaming prices have to go up. What else do they have? I don't know. They really don't. Well, ads. That's what they have. Ads. Ads will be in your future. Ads will be everywhere. Max Meeks for $2. Hashtag unban Max Meeks. You're not banned. Who's Max Meeks? Cannibal the Dragon for $2. What are your theories? What happened at Summer Hall? It would take me a long time to get into it, but I think that it's as it sounds. Aegon V tried to hatch some dragon eggs. Now, who was behind the possible magic? Was it an assassination? I think it's possible it was an assassination attempt. But many people think that Aegon V maybe wanted to sacrifice some family members to hatch some dragons. I think Aegon started later in life, like a lot of Targaryens, started getting some dragon dreams, and he probably saw what was coming in the north. He probably saw the others and the death coming from the north, just like Aegon the Conqueror did, and just like his descendants, and maybe even the Mad King eventually started having these dragon dreams. And each person reacts to these dragon dreams differently. And I think what the Targaryens without dragons started seeing is, oh, we need these fucking dragons because death is coming. We need dragons, and we need to like figure this out now. And it ended in the tragedy of Summerhall. But out of that, they thought was born the prince that was promised, which was Rhaegar Targaryen. But it wasn't. But it was from the line of Rhaegar Targaryen that we might have gotten half of the prince that was promised. Azor Ahai. Are you afraid to say Max Meeks? Nope. But thanks for the $2. Magnum Norris for $5. People don't understand how imperative it is for Trump to do his business. My neighbor just had a shooting last week. Yep. Sorry about your neighbor. The Last Space Cowboy Project for $5 says, Hollywood is gone. If you want to see a good film concept, you need to see The Last Space Cowboy Project. I heard about that. I'm going to check it out. Clank, I'm going to take for $5. Have you seen the COVID documentary about two waitresses that got sick from sharing a glass? It's called Two Girls, One Cup. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, you're not. You're serious. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to the Nerdrotic Nooner. Oh, it's a band author since 2015 predicted this year. Who's the band author that predicted this year? Did an author predict the year that there would be a year 2025? That's a pretty good prediction. Gotta say, spot on. They were right. If they predicted there would be a 2025. There would be a 2025. That's right. All right. I gotta get some more. I gotta figure out I got a couple of video ideas that I gotta get to work on. Who's streaming right now? Here, I'll check. Is it Razor's Rip a Silverback? Why did I say Razor? Let me see.
I have it set for Film Threat because I think they're actually taking a break this week, and I thought Az was going to stream.
Yeah, so it's going to go to Film Threat. So that'll be the next stream
Yeah.
to check out. Metal Commander's gaming right now. If you want to go check out Metal Commander. Yeah, but that's about it. So, you all have a good day. Go check out Chris on Film Threat, and we'll see you on Friday with Angry Badger. And in the meantime, I'll be working. And if you're a member, either tonight or tomorrow night, we're doing Tulsa King, depending on like my work schedule. So I'll post that in the community section. I like to call it the fellowship section. So thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. Thanks to the Modrotics for your fine work. Thanks to everybody who participated in the chat or just the lurkers. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.